Please put your hands together for the wonderful Marc Gallagher.
I opened up a message saying we need to talk. Right then I knew the story, that you were ready to move on. You can't define what's missing, but you must make the move. You say you want to leave me, but why you can't seem to move? But you don't want to lose me. I can't give you all of my time if we are not together. Can't give you life advice when my words just go through you. These love comes from one side, it puts me under pressure. You see you both are crying, I'm both are crying for you. You're crawling 2 months later, need me to lean upon. I'm putting on a brave face, but I am trying to move on. You know I'll always be there, we still talk every day. It's a tough situation, but you have made it this way. But you want me to stay. I can't give you all of my time if we are not together. Can't give you life advice when my words just go through you. This love comes from one side, it puts me under pressure. You see you both are crying, I'm both are crying for you. Oh, I'm both are crying for you. Oh, I see you calling again, and I know what's coming. This ship has sailed, but you won't cry in an ocean. I won't answer this time. I've got to get my life in motion. Ooh, gotta get my life in motion. Ooh. Can't give you all of my time if we are not together. Can't give you life advice when my words just go through you. This life comes from one side, it puts me under pressure. You see you both are crying, I'm both are crying for you. Thank you. Thanks very kindly. My name's Marc Gallagher. I'm a musician based in Crewe and playing a few of my own tunes on ukulele. That song was Border Crying, a single I put out back in June. That's about trying to navigate going back to being just friends after coming out of a relationship and all the wonderful difficulties that entails. This next song is my latest single that I released just last month. I'm openly bisexual, and this song was kind of about like how I discovered that, the person who helped me kind of realize about myself. The song, like I said, this is about a couple of weeks ago, this song came out, as it were. Pun. Yeah. So this is a tune called He. Talking to a guy like I never have before, in a way that I might not recognize myself anymore. I thought that I had answers, but now there's only questions, and I don't want to get them wrong. But he makes me giggle, butterflies when I read his name. He gives me tingles, close my eyes and melt away. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da. Lost in this confusion, where they still see me as I am. if I feel like this, I'm a less of a man. Oh, I thought that I had answers, but now there's only questions, and I don't want to get them wrong. But he makes me giggle, butterflies when I read his name. He gives me tingles, close my eyes and melt away. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-da-da, ba-da-ba-ba-da-da-da. Maybe I'm unstable, maybe it's just a phase. We put a label on it, bottle it up like lemonade. Feel the pressure rising, we bottle it up until we blow. Oh, he makes me giggle, butterflies when I read his name. Tingles, close my eyes and melt away. He made me feel satisfied enough to say he made me melt away. Thanks. So it's nice to be coming out and doing a bit more of my own tunes in a gig like this. Thanks to the kind folks at Ebenezers and the John Street Band for having me along, including me as part of something like this. For those who are so interested, I've also got merch pertaining to those last couple singles in the form of stickers. I've also got little matchboxes with USBs of all my tunes, pretty much. And I also got badges and my own brand of tea as merch items. So feel free to come and say hi to me during the next set, and I'll happily take your money. So this tune is a bit of a somber one, but it's probably one of the best things I've ever done as a musician, in which... So when I was 13, 2010, I attempted suicide, and life was shit for me, and I thought the world would be better if I was not around. And a couple of years ago, in the year that I was turning 26, I lived another lifetime after my 13-year-old self, and I wrote just a letter to him and me and what I wish I heard back then, and what people who do need to hear it can hear. Let's give this one a crack. I know how you're feeling. I've been there before. I was just weighing you down, and you don't think you can take much more. But I need you to listen. It's long overdue, though it's hard to concede these words I know are true. You loved more than you'll ever believe. You'll bring joy even if you don't see it. No, it's hard to come by, there's a joy you'll feel. You'll find love and you're gonna lose it. The friends you make will ease the bruises. Sounds confusing, but soon it will be clear. I'm so glad you're still there. When you feel like a monster, no, it's all in your head. You have caused pain, but it's outweighed by all the good you bring. And it heart lies good intentions. Sometimes folks lose sight of that. But if you leave, they will grieve and plead to bring you back. 'Cause you loved more than you'll ever believe. You bring joy even if you don't see it. No, it's hard to come by. There's a joy you'll feel. Savor your friends every moment near them. Words of support though you don't quite hear them. In the morning I'll tell you with words sincere. I'm so glad you're still there. You matter, you matter. Even though you disagree, you matter, you matter. There's better days you're yet to see. You loved more than you'll ever believe. You'll bring joy even if you don't see it. No, it's hard to come by. There's a joy you'll feel. 'Cause you'll look back on your younger self. Wish you knew how to call for help. To navigate when life is hard to steer. When times are hard you persevere. And you see after all these years, I'm so glad that you're still here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a sad one, but it's an important tune, and I'm really glad you allowed me to share that one with you. I'm going to do one more tune before we get the wonderful John Street Revival back on stage for another lovely concert. This one is a little bit sad in nature, but I kind of like the story behind it. Again, come say hi to me. My name's Marc Gallagher. You can follow me on your social media of choice at Marc Gallagher Music. The songs you hear today are available, like I said, on those little Matchbox USBs, and also they're available online wherever you find or steal your favorite music. So just look for Marc Gallagher, Marc with a C. It's funny, my website is literally markwithac.co.uk, but unfortunately for Americans, they think that's Marc with air conditioning. So this last song that I'm going to do is about my sleep apnea diagnosis. I have obstructive sleep apnea, which means that I wear a mask. Yeah, represent. Nice. This song for you, my friend. So for the uninitiated, I wear a mask and a tube that's connected to a machine that helps me breathe because I can't, basically. And getting that diagnosis in my mid-20s, that made me very scared for a lack of, well, things like a sex life, for example. And I was like really worried about like this thing that's usually applied to people much older than myself. And like my anxiety is sort of heading in towards it. And I wrote a tune about it because the first day I wore this mask with this tube that kind of came through, I said I kind of looked like some sort of sad elephant. And that's the name of the tune that I wrote. It's called Sad Elephant. It's a song about sleep apnea. Let's go. The sunlight rises from its cozy bed. My eyelids scale a clef and ocean wide. Spend my working hours craving rest. With every waking moment feels so inside. And love is the voice that disturbs me in the night. As I drift off, she took my breath away. This tunnel's end brings within the light to see me through the warming glow of day. The wings attach upon my feet, just a sad elephant up to sleep. This cold wind blows as the feathers beat, just a sad elephant up to sleep. 'cause I can just a life in disbelief. Another problem on the back of me. This tube and a machine to help me breathe. This crutch I need to use permanently. The wings attached upon my feet. Just a sad elephant up to sleep. This cold wind blows as the feathers beat. Just a sad elephant up to sleep. A touch upon my feet. Just a sad elephant off to sleep. This cold wind blows as the feathers beat. Just a sad elephant off to sleep. Just a sad elephant off to sleep. Just a sad elephant off to sleep. Thanks very much. I'm Marc Gallagher. Enjoy the rest of John Stewart Survival.
Great stuff. Thank you very much for that set.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. 2 ukuleles.
Yes.
And I couldn't help noticing that they weren't the same size.
Yes, they are different sizes. Ukuleles come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
Mine particular, tenor, which is a slightly big one, and then baritone, which I played on my last couple songs. That is typically tuned DGBE, like the top 4 strings of a guitar. My baritone is bigger than standard baritones.
No need to boast. There's no need to boast.
As a first, no.
Is it really? That's the first time it's been a first for me. Yeah, great. No, thank you for that. That's I'll try and remember all that as well at some point about ukuleles, because they're misunderstood instruments sometimes, don't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why I play other instruments as well. I also play guitar, bass, piano, and saxophone.
Sure.
But reason why ukulele, I selected that as my main instrument, is to challenge the perceptions of people who are like, oh, it's either just George Formby leaning on a lamppost, or the other end of it, which is, oh, it's an easy instrument, it's just for Jason Mraz, I'm yours, Riptide stuff. Like, you can actually do some really fun, really interesting stuff with it.
You've really demonstrated that too, and you've got an amazing pedal board to go with it as well.
True,
so
yes.
That's all a bit rock and roll, that.
I've kind of splashed out a little bit this year, and it's an addition to my set that I'm really grateful for.
Good. Now, we're going to just step a little bit further forward and get even more close, and because what I want to do is get the band back on behind us without anybody noticing.
Nice, discreet, I like it.
I like to get the band on behind us without anybody noticing. Yes, they're probably all gone. I don't know. You might have to do another set in a minute.
I would not object to that.
Really? Good. Yeah. Well, I think they're sneaky bastards. Pretend you haven't seen them. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to be a bit serious just for a minute, because your music, it's quite personal, isn't it?
Yes. I write, at least lately, my output has been mostly just based on my own stories and experiences and sharing those in song form. Something that I've occasionally dabbled with some of the songs that are from a bit more of a neutral, hypothetical perspective, but lately I just kind of pour a lot of myself into my music.
Yeah, which is honest. Yeah, it's brave, I would say. Yeah, and it's like you're not just writing it down; you're standing up in front of people and actually letting us know about this stuff.
Yeah,
good, bad, joyful, sad.
True, it's something that I thankfully I love to do, and I'm really grateful that I have audiences that are so welcoming of hearing my stories.
Sure.
Like that.
Yeah. Well, I think if you're honest like you are, and just say, this is it, this is what I am, this is what's happened to me, people are very welcoming, I would say. Wouldn't you say that? I mean,
absolutely.
I'm guessing.
Like at least, today's classic example of such a thing, and it's something I'm very grateful for with the audiences that I have played for.
Sure. Yeah. And okay, you said this is a sad song. The next one a little bit sad, but they're quite joyful as well. The music is quite joyful. You know, there's a feel about it.
Absolutely.
It makes people smile. You know?
Yeah, it's why I kind of describe my music as pop folk. I'm very much influenced by like 2000s pop, and that's kind of seen in some of like the arrangements of what you've heard, whereas the amount of personal stories that are going in, and it's why I describe myself as being like this sort of a bit too poppy for stages like this, but too folky for things like BBC Introducing. So I'm in this nice little middle ground of unemployability.
Well, no, you can't say that. You just got to keep going at it, and the boundaries will change. You know, I think
it will.
Yeah, and brilliant. Thank you so much, Mark. It's been great for listening to your music, talking to you. Okay, and thanks for your honesty and your bravery. And somebody's pinched your ukuleles and taken them away. I expect you'll find them later.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, his name's Alistair. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.